Today I will tell you the story of another of India's bravest warriors, Kittur Chennma. Rani Kittur Chennma, 1778 to 1829, was a queen of the Nayakas of Kingdom of Kittur ruled by Mallarudra Sarja. They were a vassal of the Maharaja of Mysore in Karnataka, India. Rani Chennma is remembered as one who led a war against the British forces in the early part of the 19th century, when not many rulers were aware and familiar with the evil designs of the British. She was an Indian queen who led an armed rebellion against the British East India Company. She was one of the first female freedom fighters to resist British colonization. She is well known in Karnataka and a symbol of the independence movement in India. Kittur Rani Chennma was born on 23rd October 1778 at Kakati, a small village in the present Belgavi district of Karnataka. She belonged to the Lingat community and received training in horse riding, sword fighting and archery from a young age. She married Raja Mallasurja of the Desai family at the age of 14. In 1824, Chennama's husband died. This was followed by her son's death in the same year. Rani Chennma was left with the state of Kittur and an uphill task to save it from the British. Following the death of her husband and son, Rani Chennma adopted Shivlingappa in the year 1824 and made him the heir to the throne. This irked the East India Company, who ordered Shivlingappa's expulsion on the pretext of the doctrine of lapse. This doctrine was based on the idea that in case the ruler of an independent state dies childless, the right of ruling the state is reverted or lapsed to the sovereign. The state of Kittur came under the administration of the Dharwar Collectorate, St. John Thackeray, of which Mr. Chaplin was the commissioner, both of whom did not recognize the new ruler and regent and notified Kittur to accept British regime. Rani Chennma sent a letter to Lieutenant Governor of the Bombay Presidency pleading her cause, but the request was turned down and a war broke out. The British tried to confiscate the treasure and jewels of Kittur, valued at around 1.5 million rupees. They attacked with a force of 20,797 men and mainly from the 3rd Troop of Madras Native Horse Artillery, 437 guns. In the first round of battle during October 1824, British forces lost heavily and St. John Thackeray, collector and political agent, was killed in the battle. Amatur Ballappa, a lieutenant of Chennma, was mainly responsible for his killing and losses to the British forces. 2 British officers, Sir Walter Elliot and Sir Stevenson, were taken as hostages by the Rani. Rani Chennma released them with an understanding with Chaplin that the war would be terminated, but Chaplin continued the war with more forces. During the second assault, the sub-collector of Sholapur, Mr. Munro, nephew of Thomas Munro, was killed. Rani Chennma fought fiercely with the aid of her lieutenant, Sangoli Rayanna, but ultimately got captured and was imprisoned at Belhongal Fort, where she died on 21st February 1829. Rani Chennma was defeated in her last battle, but she will be remembered for her valor and for leading the first armed revolt against British rule in India. Rani Chennama's legacy and her first victory are still commemorated in Kittur during the Kittur Utsav that is held between 22nd to 24th of October each year. The 3-day festivities include sports, cultural programs and lectures by notable historians on the kingdom of Rani Chennma. Her samadhi is situated in a small park. On 11 September 2007, a statue of Rani Chennma was unveiled at the Indian Parliament complex by Pratibha Patil, the first woman president of India. A salute to Rani Kittur Chennma. I hope you enjoyed this podcast. Thank you.